Welcome to New Gilded Age, a theatrical installation by artist B. Lynch, on view at the Cantor Art Gallery, now through February 5th, 2021. I'm Meredith Fluke, director of the gallery, where we are thrilled to be hosting this exhibition. Located on the campus of the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Iris and B. Gerald Cantor Art Gallery was founded in 1983 through the generosity of the Cantor family and its foundation. For almost 40 years, the Cantor has mounted a diverse slate of exhibitions with a mission to promote and support the intellectual and cultural life of the college. With its playful yet thoughtful critique of society, B. Lynch's work fits squarely within this mission.
Thank you so much, Meredith, for having me today in the gallery and for my exhibition, New Gilded Age. It's exciting to have the opportunity to show at the Cantor Gallery here at Holy Cross, because my reds and grays is a world that I've been creating for a long time in many media, and you've really given me the opportunity to show it off. I've been working all along creating different kinds of ways to engage with these two factions. It's a sci-fi world. It's a fantasy world that I've been world building as each character gets at it. They get more and more complicated in their interpretations. Right behind me are the grays. They are toiling away. Their technology is generally early 20th century. And then the reds, which are situated in the 18th century, they get all the really wonderful costumes, all the really wonderful stuff, and they get an opportunity to have leisure. In fact, that's how they spend their days. And that's sort of the dichotomy when you think about reds and grays as a two-faction thing. How do we create a world that is perhaps not so bifurcated, so that we get an opportunity for every person to feel like they have purpose and passion, and for every person to have an opportunity to have some leisure and pleasure in their lives? All of this project is created starting out with the small 10-inch figurines that I make, and they're the genesis for everything else that comes from that particular character. Vanita is one of my favorites, and Vanita spends a lot of time looking in the mirror, enjoying herself. She's pretty oblivious to everybody else, but I liked her because she reminds me of Marie Antoinette in a sense. I gave her a really high hairdo and fancy clothes, but that sort of sense of obliviousness, of entitlement, of a life that is completely unaware of how all the minions who serve her are working so hard is part of why she shows up so much, because she's such a perfect foil for many of the things I'm trying to do. Dandy is one of my favorites. He also thinks very well of himself. And his outfit, as many of the outfits that I use for the Reds, is modeled after some paintings by Watteau. And Watteau was an 18th century painter, and I just think he's just the cat's meow in terms of showing me what a wonderful costume might be for a dandy of his age. But the dandy is also someone who has his chin up in the air and seems oblivious, once again, to what is going on around him. The Aeronaut is a red, but yet he's different than the rest of the reds. He's engaged. He's doing something. We're not sure exactly what he's doing. Is he doing science? Is he having a pleasurable ride through the sky? Or is he spying? It's unclear. And I think part of the idea with this world, it isn't clear. I want you to use your imagination to think about, how would you order this world? What are the motives of each of the characters? Would you like to see a different sort of interaction? And the Aeronaut is a great one because he's up in the air, he's above it all, yet he has a view different than anybody else. I'm so pleased to be able to present this work, and I'm so thankful to the gallery, to Meredith and Paula and Tim and Roger, who first asked me to do this show.